Well, good morning. Dave here. I went kayaking yesterday, and I've got a GoPro camera, had it on my chest mount, and paddled and filmed. Didn't realize just how much movement I have while kayaking with that motion and the impact on the center chest area. Came back and looked at the video and darn near got seasick myself. So that created a need. So what I did last night was I started putting together an idea for doing a mount on the deck of the kayak, both in front of me and behind me, that I can attach the camera, activate the camera, and turn off the camera without having to go through a major destabilizing movement in my kayak. So I've got everything set up in the garage, and I'm going to start putting that together, and I'll show you exactly what I'm doing, and maybe it'll create some ideas for you. Well, in starting this project, here's my 16-foot current design Squall GTS kayak. It's in the garage, and I've got a wool blanket folded 4 times so when I sit in the kayak I don't cause undue stress to it. Got a piece of very inexpensive gray duct tape. That's a marker right there. That's going to tell me where I need to wash and then affix some items. That's to the front of the kayak. And to the rear of the kayak, here's another piece of also very inexpensive gray duct tape. There's the spool of the gray duct tape, and next to it is Gorilla Tape. Gorilla Tape is thicker. It's got about 3 times as much glue on it. And then I've got 4 very powerful 2" by 1/2" magnets. Going to be using those. Very important, the GoPro itself. It's in the waterproof case, and this is a wrist strap attachment. It's got the clip attachment to it, and then it's got 2 additional attachments. This is a joist hanger, and this is the modified joist hanger. That's the one that we're going to actually use for holding the camera. And I use 2 hammers to shape the joist hanger. Got a rag and a bucket, a little bit of water, a little bit of soap, a little bit of bleach. I need to clean that inside part of the deck, the underneath part, both here and here, so that the Gorilla Tape will hold. So that's what I'm going to do now. Just clean up the inside of the boat. Well, I washed the area with the rag, and then I dried it with a paper towel, and then I used a piece of the inexpensive gray duct tape and applied it 4 times to the inside of this. One, it attaches a little bit of glue to the inside, and it removes any other debris. So I did that to the front deck area, and I did it to the rear deck area. And even after scrubbing it, I used 4 sides of the cloth here, and I still came away with just a little bit of debris. So it's all set for the next phase. Let me go ahead and do that, and then I'll describe it and film it for you. Yeah, there we have it. So, as if by magic, it's just staying right on the deck. It's actually not magic though. So, those 2 little bumps there on the black, those are the magnets. They're attached using the tape, and they grab the metal through the top of the deck. We'll go to the rear here. So I opened up the rear hatch. And there you have it. Pretty simple concept. Took a few minutes to shape that metal. Go ahead and test it out on the river and see how she does. I will of course put a safety line on the camera just in the event that it doesn't hold, and then I won't lose my camera. Now this is the GoPro mounted, turned on. So camera's taking film of cameras. First test. So I am noticing that there's some shake going on with the brace. Don't have a solution for that yet. So we'll see how it performs though. Well, this is version 2, so that bracket was bouncy, and so I came up with another idea, and that is using one of these 3-legged flexible tripods that I have, and still using the concept of the magnet, but of course the foot pads of the tripod are non-magnetic, they're just rubber. However, if you super glue a large washer to it, they become magnetized. So that meant that I just needed to move one of the magnets inside the boat. Just wash the boat in the inside and move that magnet over. And I now have a very stable, very flexible. I can point it toward me or turn it around and point it the other way so I can see where I'm going. And all I have to do is literally pick the camera mount up, switch it around, and it's all set. And it's far enough distant that it will not be in the way of the paddle. So I'm going to go to the rear here, and I still have the 2 magnets attached where they were before. I'm just going to go ahead and move one of them to the side of the boat and see if I can get a similar effect. Okay, that's the rear of the boat, and the 2 magnets are attached, one right in front of the hatch cover and the other to the side. It's just a third one doesn't need a magnet on it, it's just a stabilizer. Now the challenge on the rear one is, while in the kayak, getting that set. But that's a skill set, it's muscle memory, and once I get it mastered, it should be pretty easy. Darn fun project right there. And no additional holes in the kayak. Everything is underneath and hidden and totally removable.